Friends, what's going on? We are receiving so much information at a rapid pace from so many different sources. I am here to just report on the specifics as they relate to real estate and mortgage. I'm going to do it as quickly as I can just because I can talk for a long time on these topics. And so at the end of the day, encouraging a phone call, a text message, or an email to gather in further conversation. So real quick, CARE Act, great opportunity to help out in times that are a little bit more challenging. The one component that is going to impact you the most is the forbearance. Please don't mistake it for forgiveness. Forbearance just means that you're going to have a short temporary period where payments will not necessarily be required. Those payments will be required at some point in time, and it's not going to be at the end of the loan. It's probably going to be all at once. And if they get too deep of a hole dug, it's going to be that much harder to get out of. And at that point, the lender could enforce their right to be paid, which could cause you to lose value, could cause you to lose equity, could cause you to lose the home altogether. And I don't want to see that happen to anybody just because they misinterpreted or took the information from a government official or a news outlet that misspoke or gave misinterpretation of the information. So please, again, use this as a last resort. The other credit items are probably a little bit more flexible, things that can be worked out before missing your mortgage. The reason why this is important is it impacts the servicer. The servicer is who you pay your loan payment to. Might not be the investor, might not be the actual company you started your mortgage with, but those servicers keep this business, keep this machine going. And if those servicers are losing money, they're going to want to stop the machine. If the machine stops, home sales stop, home values are impacted. Definitely, I can oversimplify it and dramatize it, but at the end of the day, it's going to be negative for everybody if the servicers continue to lose money. One servicer that I won't name received 8,000 phone calls yesterday about forbearance. That is a tremendous number of people to be talking to and service and help. And that's a significant investment in that company just in that day alone to help answer those questions and give some guidance. Servicers will control how this whole process goes. And if they don't want to take on new loans, then on the origination side, which is where I am, they're going to make loans either less desirable or very hard to get. They have already become harder to get. Underwriters are going to Google your company and see if it still exists. There's a lot that you won't see or hear, and it'll be too late if we don't put the right actions in place. So rates, as a result, are affected. Everybody thinks that rates are nice and low right now. Although they should be from a technical factor, they are not as good as as we would expect them to be right now, just because there's too much risk. Employment, there's too much unknown right now. Repayment. If you have time, I'm telling a lot of people, unfortunately, that right now is not actually going to be the best opportunity to refinance. Now, that doesn't say everybody. There's plenty of people that are having plenty of opportunity right now. I just don't want everybody to think it's a great time to refinance, only in certain situations and scenarios. So please feel free to reach out. The last and not least, your credit report. I know that that's going to be a concern and might be a deciding factor. If they tell you they're not going to report negative information to your credit for not making payments, they're going to have to report something. The Fair Credit Reporting Act requires that at the moment. And so they can't say you made a payment if you didn't make a payment. They just can't say you didn't make the payment. And so there's going to be something there that's going to impact you. And it's still yet to be known what that information is. So without going too long, thanks for tuning in. If you kept on this long, if you want more information or specific information to you, please feel free to reach out. I'm happy to help. Talk to you soon.